Global.Media.com. Every step forward is a new beat to your drum. Achieve success with Global.Media.com. Then celebrate it with or without champagne or rum.
Hello, 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 hello. Welcome and oh my goodness, Annie, how are you doing? It's
Christian,
good to
I'm
see
always
you.
fine. I don't know. I was asking that question. I always get the same answer. I live the dream, which I do. So
Yay!
life is always exciting. Life is always fun.
Welcome, guys.
I've done what I meant to do today. So I'm getting there.
That is
So
fantastic. I'm going to give you a
don't know
round
what
of applause.
now, for what that means for anyone who doesn't know me that well, it means my night shift is ready to go.
Yes,
So
right?
my daytime is just surviving and just prepping for the night.
For
And that's
anyone,
my.
sorry, that doesn't know Annie doesn't sleep.
I
Just so you
sleep. I
know,
sleep in the daytime. I sleep in the morning.
Annie's a hermit.
Like a crab. Yes.
He's a hermit, right? So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining us from today. We want to say thank you for being here. And yeah, we have an interesting show, an impromptu show, she called it, right? Why? All because of my digital detox. Digi detox, as Sharon Rose put it. Thank you, Sharon. And if you've managed to share this live, you are awesome. Thank you so much for doing so. Love you with all my heart. And thank you for always supporting this event. It's an event, actually, even though it's every 2 weeks. It's an event. It's a series, right? So usually we'll be talking about miscarriages, baby loss, and all things that comes with it. But as you probably are aware, if you're not aware, let me explain. So I decided to take a digital detox the last week and a half. In fact, Annie, my wonderful sidekick, rang me and he was like, "Where have you been? Or I've not seen you. Where have you been? Where have you been?" In fact, I did not intend on doing a show today, but he dragged me kicking and smiling. I wouldn't say screaming, I wasn't screaming. I was smiling, kicking and smiling to do a show today. So probably the reason why we're a little bit late on getting the invitations out is because it was kind of thought I might as well just do this, right? Because Annie wouldn't let me breathe. And he was right to do so. He's that side of me that sometimes kicks me into touch and into reality when I am. Yes, we'll leave that for another show another day.
I'm that side of everyone, Christiana. When it comes to events, because it's in my
I know.
diary,
Mm-hmm.
no one gets away. Everyone gets to. Where are you? What's our topic? Everyone gets it, and they're like, "Annie, why are you being so mean to me?" I'm like, "What do you mean I'm
Get
being
on
so
with
mean?"
it.
Accountability is what I call it. Accountability. We made a promise to ourselves for my diary anyway.
But
And
that's
yeah, and
what
here we
I
are.
love about you. It's that thing of accountability. And it's like, get on with it. You have no excuse. You have nothing to even say to yourself. Just get on with the whole accountability thing. And here we are. So thank you, Eddie, for dragging me. I appreciate you completely. Anyway, before I digress and ramble on into, the ether, here we are this beautiful day. And as I was saying, I've had digital detox recently. Still am actually. So this is going to be a show for today. I'm not back on screen, so to speak, or back online until the 1st of September. It's when you will see me again after tonight. Okay. I felt like it was needed. Sometimes we can be on that hamster wheel called, the business or entrepreneur's journey. And the reality is, we need to take time out to pause. We need to take time out just to think about, are we going in the right direction? Especially because we're now approaching, get this, Annie, and the audience. We're now approaching the final quarter of the year. Can you
Yay!
believe the final quarter of 2025?
Yay!
I remember doing a speech, Christmas, New Year's Eve this year, going into, no, sorry, last year, going into this year. And here I am sat down talking about it being the final quarter of 2025. Where has the time gone? So because the time runs so fast and online can be sometimes intense. Well, I think it is sometimes because you can be online forever, looking at things, getting your post out there, obviously getting business in and so on and so forth. And it can all be too much sometimes. So it is good to take a step back to reflect on the time we spend, how effective it is, whether you've achieved your goal. In my case, whether I have to achieve my goal. What did I begin the year with? What was I saying to myself I'm going to achieve this year? And have I done so? You know, it really just got me thinking how important it is to just pause, reflect, and simply check in with ourselves. And more than that, is checking in with our community because you're a community that really supports us. You know, you are here time and time again. You come and see us, you share your stories, you share your journey with us. We don't take that for granted. And I just suddenly thought it would be great to pause and this time think about the community and say, how are you doing? You know, what are your wins? What are your challenges? What are your disappointments? What are your barriers? And as we have a community of, you know, talented, multifaceted, wonderful, knowledgeable, experienced humans, right? You just never know how you're going to be helped in this community when you choose to share with us. So my thing and my impromptu is about checking in. I'm not going to be here going to educate you today about anything miscarriage, baby loss. It's really about just checking in. Like I said, if you've just joined us, I was saying that I've spent the last week or so on a digital detox until Annie dragged me out of my my detox box. And here I am, right? I just popped out the box. Like those birthday presents that you have a big, big, big box and something or someone pops out of them to surprise the celebrant. That's what happened to me. I was busy minding my business, quietly spending time in my box. And what does Annie do? Knocks on the box and says, "Come out." And so here I am out of my box, talking to you guys about how you are doing. I believe it's really important to take that time out to refresh the mind, the body. Like, what do you do to keep your focus? What do you do to keep your sanity? What do you do to keep yourself motivated? What do you do to keep yourself excited? My little one's words at the moment, say word, period word at the moment is exciting and excited. So today he's walked around, Mom, I'm excited. Are you excited? I'm like, oh my goodness, what got into you?
Don't blame me. Don't nothing to do with me,
I'm
right?
excited.
Nothing to do with me at all.
He's like, I'm excited. What got
I didn't
into
put
you,
those words in
child?
his head. It
Of
wasn't
course you
me.
didn't. Of course you did. It's his favorite Uncle Annie, right? He's like, I'm excited. What are you excited about? I don't know. I'm excited. So I'm looking around, wondering what the child's excited about. Couldn't see
He's
anything.
starting a new school, Christiana. That's why I said, "Are you excited?" And
He
clearly he said,
is
"Yes, he is." But
He's
that's a good thing.
excited. But before you
Yeah.
ask that question, this began from the morning, Annie. There was no prompt. There was nothing that could have got him to say, I'm excited. He woke up and he was excited. So I was like, what got into you, child?
Excellent.
So whether you're excited, whether you are, feeling great, whether something has happened, whether you would like to just pause in this moment, in this time we have together, I would really love you to come up on stage, join us, and share what's been going on for you. What are your wins? What are your challenges? What are you going through right now? You know, um, that you might find yourself getting some, I don't know, sound checks, sound bounce back, sound proof, sound. No, what's the word again?
Sounding board.
Sounding board. That's the word I was looking
Yes,
for.
that one.
Thank you, Annie. Sounding board, right? So think about, where are you right now? What was your plan for this week, for this month? The month is only what, a day or two away. What did you have planned? Did you achieve that plan? What help or resources do you need? And how can others help you? The one thing I can say for myself is this: I was somebody who, I am sometimes, but I've learned to change that. I was somebody who used to struggle to ask for help, right? And I guess that comes from being the firstborn as well, the first of six. You are so used to, and some of my friendships, you're so used to people being the one to come to you and ask for something, or being the responsible one, or being the one that, that will drop everything and help people. And so people will come to you for things. And then you struggle to ask for help, because it's like, if you're busy doing helping and supporting other people, I haven't got time to ask for help. And also, when I have done so, I must be honest in saying that at times it has been disappointing, you know, because that help didn't come at all. It is rare that I ask for help, let alone asking for the help, and it being a disappointment. So that shuts you off, shuts you down completely, and you think, oh, I won't be doing that again in a hurry, in any kind of a hurry. So that for me is something that I had to note and quietly, consciously try to change, because no man is an island. We all need a little hand here and there, um, when we can, right? We cannot do everything by ourselves. It's not possible. Ask the millionaires, and they will tell you that. Welcome, come. Ask the millionaires. They will tell you that. They will tell you that we had a lot of help, lots and lots and lots and lots of help to keep our sanity, to kind of declutter our minds and our heads. So I think it's about sharing today. For me, it's about really coming here and saying, hey, there are moments where the online thing really gets me. I'm not going to lie. I still do struggle with it sometimes. The online, the posting, they're trying to, I think at some point it was about trying to keep up. Truth of the matter is, technology is so advanced and it moves so fast. If you're trying to keep up, you'll literally drive yourself insane. So it's about staying in the lane and checking in and out as you go on your journey, really looking at, what do I really need right now in this moment? Who, what, why, and when can this be achieved? So space to reconnect. I took the time out because I wanted to reconnect with my offline. I was saying to Annie earlier on today, the 80-20 rule is what I'm going to be returning to, if I'm being honest. So that means 80% offline and 20% online, because that was how I began this journey. And somewhere along the line, it feels like I've lost that, not connection or touch. I've lost that thing. All the things at the moment I'm still kind of working out. But the reality is, I want to get back on track in doing things the way that I do things. And don't get me wrong, for those who've been part of the networking supporting, I have tried to try to do things other people's way, and it hasn't worked for me. And I did say that in the beginning, but I gave it my best shot. And so I'm returning to what I do know. What I do know has worked for me. So it's good to kind of, look at what I noticed, right? It meant less mental clutter by digital detoxing, less mental clutter for me, more awareness of how much time was being drained from me. Okay. And space for myself to reconnect with my online, the things that bring me joy online, nature, whether reading or simply just resting, and I mean resting because sleep is another thing that I need to put factor in. when I get
Sleep,
into the
sleep,
when I get into the
sleep.
digital jungle, what tends to happen is sleep doesn't happen, and that's not good. You know. Um,
Can I interrupt you for a quick second,
go ahead. Yes.
just to make me
I
laugh?
can't.
Right.
I can't see you. Where are you, Annie?
Don't worry. Of course, I'm like a ghost, right? You can't see me. You can't hear me. Of course, you can
There
see
you
me. You
go.
can hear me. Mr. Khan,
I
you
can
came
see
back
you.
just in time. I saw Sharon Rose's comment, and I almost died.
What
Almost.
did you say? Why?
Yeah.
I moved my body.
I moved my body in nature, watch animals, and take naked pictures. I'm like, what?
No, nature. It's nature photos.
I had to look twice, Christian. I had to look
He
twice.
said
So
kids ate
you to my
pure.
nature. The kids are pure genius. The excitement and secret sauce that most adults are missing. I agree. Sharon Rose, and
Oh.
I almost died when I thought, you walk around in nature naked. That's not the idea, right? That's not the idea.
Sorry, Rose, ignore any. Annie's
Yeah,
had too
ignore
much
me.
sauce.
Let's welcome our friends. And then we can, you can talk to Calm and
Annie's had
find
too
out
much
about
sauce.
his.
Hi,
Anyway,
Sharon.
Sharon Rose, I welcome you properly. Thanks for joining us as always. Welcome, madam. Thank you for
Oh,
being here.
thank you for joining us.
Yes, I made you laugh. That's nice. Sharon Rose made you laugh anyway.
Seriously.
It wasn't me.
Hi, Jay.
How
Oh
you
my
doing,
goodness,
Jay?
Jay's
So Dr.
here.
Lisi
Jay,
is here as
awesome
well.
queen. Hi, Lisa.
Lisa's been she's
Welcome.
been
Happy
doing her digital
Thursday.
detox as well. Now she's been doing her detox until September. But she
Yes,
she was
I don't
intense. She took
blame
a
you.
whole month off.
I don't
And
blame
just said,
you.
I'm not gonna show up. I'm not gonna be here. So I can't really hassle
No.
her. I have tried
Mhm.
once. I did try once. I'm like, are we going live soon? She's like, blank. I'm
No.
like, thanks.
I
Thanks.
like that. Well done, Lisa. You did that
Yeah.
well. Yes.
Yeah. Harmonic frequency self balance. Oh, you can tell us all about that, Mr. Calm. Of course. Yeah,
Yes,
whatever that
please do
means, right?
speak.
Yeah. So your expertise is highly private and personal. Offline makes sense, Cristiano. I don't know.
Thank you, Sharon Rose.
What are you gonna do offline, Cristiano? What, they got knock on doors?
Do you know? Well, yeah. Oh, Andre,
Welcome,
hello. Just
Andre.
arrived. I love that. So, off knock on doors. Yes, definitely. Why not? Why not knock on doors? So before,
Okay. Let me share why you don't knock on doors anymore. We've all done. I think we've all done it in the past, right? Right.
no, hold on. Before you say anything, your knock on doors might be different to my knock on doors. They say one man's meat is another man's poison. So what does knock on doors mean for you, and what does it look like for you
Okay.
practically?
Right. So I knocked on doors when I was doing leafletting. No,
Oh,
when
okay,
I started,
no.
and that knock on doors. I don't know. The roads get longer. And so
Okay,
you're walking
okay.
down the street, you think I can see the end, so I'm just going to walk this, do this side and do the other side. By the time you
Yes.
get to the end, the road will extend at least 3 times longer than it was. I don't know how it happens. It never
Okay.
ends. It's just a
Okay.
lot of walking and a lot of
Mm-hmm.
knocking. That's too much hard work for my liking. Online's
Eddie,
much
you're
easier.
hilarious.
I'm just being honest.
So here's the
Just being
thing.
honest.
See, when I say knock on doors, and let's not forget that before the pandemic happened, I was not on social media, right?
Mm.
I did not have a social media account anywhere. You would not have found me. That in my previous, life of work and business really stumped my shareholders, it stumped my clients. They were like, we can't find you. And also, it also meant that I lost out on quite a few opportunities at the same time, right? But I was happy with that. I was sane with that. I was sane with that. That was okay to do. When I say knock on doors, I mean that being able to network offline, because sometimes people see you online is great, but there are those also that need that service offline who may not necessarily be online. And so it's important to keep both online and offline when you are providing services, right? So what I mean by knock on doors is what I did before. So networking, getting that awareness out there, and having people, you know, get in contact with me, email me directly to say, hey, can you come and do X, Y, and Z? I remember I did a speaking engagement back in 2023. And that came about because I was knocking on doors, right? Because I was networking, because somebody was representing me in my absence in a board meeting to get me a gig to do a speaking engagement at Wolverhampton University. So online is great, but for me, who always believed in traditional way of doing business offline, I've I've tried the online thing, and it's great to be online. But at the same time, I understand very well what happens when you get out there in the real world, right? In the real world, it's a little bit like buying clothes. Don't ask me to buy clothes online. I like face to face. I like to feel the fabric. I like to try the garments on before I purchase it. Okay. So the same thing applies when it comes to this business. And Sharon Rose is quite right in what she says. This service is needed both privately and online. So yes, Annie, I hope that gave it a slightly different picture to what you were picturing or thinking.
Yeah, I think that it's well. That's better than knocking on doors. You know, going network is better than. Then again, like I said, if you can find business places, you know, but they're few and far between now, right? Like a business park, you know, or even yeah. And I've been in business parks before. I've lived in one in terms of having offices there. You know, you can knock on doors literally and find who might need your service, right?
Mm-hmm. So
No.
it's about
I
different
got a
places.
question for you.
Go ahead.
Does
Welcome,
your
Dr. Noella.
does your online
Well, yes.
activity drive your offline activity, or does your offline activity drive your online activity? I'm trying to
Ooh.
figure out why you do
No,
the 80 20, 80 30.
I love
No.
the question.
Yeah, 80 20
80
percentage.
30 doesn't make sense, Mark. You're a mathematician, you're an engineer, man.
Leave,
30,
leave, leave,
30,
leave me,
I know what
leave
you
me
mean.
and my
Ignore me,
maths
ignore me, ignore
alone.
me.
Leave
Right.
me and my maths alone, Eddie.
Sharon Rose. No, you got the idea, Sharon Rose. See, you have to be more strategic
Exactly.
about who you
Absolutely.
collaborate. You know, say collaboration with
That's
baby
exactly what I'm
nurses.
looking. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Those doors
So
you should
yeah.
knock on.
So here exactly. But this is exactly what I'm doing offline. The reality is you've got to. So to answer your question, Carmen, thank you for that question. That's a beautiful question to ask. My offline activities drives my online activities, right? So I give you an example. When I did my event, I said my event a couple of years ago. The reason I'm thinking of going back, I began online. I was trying to get this event out to people, and nothing was happening. And you know what I did? I decided to print out the flyer I had on my online flyer and took it to places like community centers, to like church community boards. I belong to a church myself. That was a starting point for me, right? On the community board, I was putting myself everywhere. I'd go to people physically and say, "Do you think X, Y, and Z?" It's an online event, but guess what happened? That activity brought people online who then registered for that 6 weeks program, which was couples program, right? That's the reason why, sorry, fly just decided to want to enter my eye. That's the reason why. That's the reason why. So I don't open my windows. That's the reason why
I'll do that.
that's the reason why I am now focusing on doing so. It's going back. It's they say when something works. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
They say when something works, right? rinse and repeat. Does that make sense? It
Mm.
does not mean that I will no longer, or I'm not prepared to continue my online connections, networking, and building. I am prepared to do so. Absolutely. But I had to pause to take the time out to have a digital detox, to really reconnect with what I began, where I began, why I began. Because sometimes when we're running along, we may lose touch or we may forget why. And it's always good to take a pause and remind ourselves of those things that brought us here in the first place. So, Annie, go ahead.
See, Sharon Rose, I'm with you entirely. You have to do both, right? Now, it's a great question,
Absolutely.
Michael. No, the reason I say it's a great question is because I truly believe good marketing is when you start, you're fueled to do more and find the right answer for yourself. Now, by finding the right answer, people think I'll do one thing, whatever it is, email, I'll do social media, and then that's it. As a
No,
marketer,
no,
right? Hold on. I'm not saying you.
no.
Don't notice it different now. Let me finish, and then you can say what you're gonna say, right?
Okay.
See, when I do marketing for anyone, even if I'm running ads, right? What I hope is that by doing something for the client, the
Mhm.
client will be energized to go and do other things, to do more, to do online, offline, social media, and I would say ads plus plus plus. Because eventually, then they're going to find the answer to their marketing needs. They're going to find where the customers are, Mr. Carl. They're going to find what makes the customers buy. They're going to find how they can excite people with their service and the solution. Ultimately, I think you have to be energized once you start marketing. Unless you get energized, the chances are it's not going to work because there's no one solution. Yeah, so Sharon, well, Sharon is killing it tonight for sure. Sharon's cooking, they
Yes,
say, right? Now, digital
she's
sessions
cooking.
can be larger, or less frequent, indeed. And that's why I asked earlier, what are you doing in between? In between your offline stuff, because that's a lot of 80% is a lot of time that you need to do more, whatever that more is. And and you didn't tell them either, right? Sharon Rose, you're getting there, my friend. Go on, Christian. I'll let you talk now. Sharon Rose mentioned podcasts.
So,
Tell them
yes,
all
Sharon
about
Rose, behind the scenes, I am bringing to you guys my podcast. Okay, so that's due to land. That hasn't quite began, but that's part of the plan. It's funny because when I first came online, podcasts was the first thing that I really wanted to do. But podcasting, um, I have put off such a long time. And so, again, I have the right people around me who are now saying to me, what are you waiting for? Just get on with it. Just get on with it. And we're at the point of getting on with it. Podcast was one of the first things that I put down as my plan for this journey. And so, yes, it's taking me a while to finally get here, but I am here. So there are quite a few things behind this and something. And also, I'll take the opportunity to say I'm looking for professionals and those who will indulge me and come to my podcast. So if you're watching this and you're a professional in the miscarriage, baby loss, fertility, reproductive, system, reproductive journey, space, industry, sector, please reach out, send me a DM. And if you know anyone who's in this space apart from myself, whether you're a doula or you know a doula, or an OBGYN, anyone here that knows this sort of people, please refer them to me. I would like to do my podcast with professionals too, as well as my stories, other people's stories, and sharing these things on my podcast. We do want to have professionals that can come and answer some questions. Yes, I'm knowledgeable, but I still find the professionals who are doing these activities on a daily, hourly, weekly, monthly basis, and that is their life, their work. So I want to hear from you or hear from anyone who could
Oh no,
recommend.
sorry.
Yes.
I had a breakdown because I was thinking, okay, Molly, I think obviously you're gonna talk to, I'm sure. Dr. Noella is
Yes.
another one, but she just fell off the stage. Just fell off the stage again, and that's why
Oh
I
no.
gasped. I gasped in panic. But I'm sure she'll come back. Welcome, Rosemary.
Don't
We'll see
panic.
you, my friend.
Hi,
Glad you.
Rosemary. It's oh, Andre. Bless
Yes.
you. Yes, with
Yes.
the podcast, Andre. I know, right? He's gonna be doing his too. So yes, well, yes, with the podcast, offline could be a weekly series, but online, maybe 1 day longer duration.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree. I agree. I agree. Offline you can do things, for a bit longer, of course, but online you have to be here at least 1 day a week, Cristiano.
But
You're
well,
right.
online, 1 day a week. Is that content? I know, do like yes. How can they
Excellent.
contact you? If they're thank you, Andre. No, Andre is definitely my guy. What can I say? So if they're online,
I've got
Andre,
nursery. I've
ask
got
them.
nursery clients. I've got a nursery client. So I'm looking at Charlotte's ideas in nursery, interior
Yeah,
design,
baby
baby
clothes.
clothes and gear,
Yeah,
bespoke baby
baby clothes.
foods, social
Oh,
services,
maybe
children's
maybe
services.
maybe. So
Yeah.
yes, I think if we can bring those people in, send them to me, like DM me all of those things. I will definitely get on board with that. Um, thanks, Andre. I think the doula for me is one. In fact, I was approached by somebody in America to come and train as a doula, and I was like, am I ready for this? This was last year. This is the beginning of last year. Am I ready for this? I don't think I was ready for it. I don't think I can be ready. I think I want to focus on this space. You know, if
Yeah.
anything, I'll pause it right there. I'm not going to say anymore. I will keep the surprises. I'll keep the surprises coming. You'll get to hear
Yes.
and see when the time is right.
I mean,
So
look,
this is all about me
hold on,
talking.
hold on. What is about you? It always is what's going to be right. It's Any's design.
No,
It's what it's
it's about it's
designed
about
by
the community.
Any. Here we are.
It's about the community. The community are here to tell us about their wins, their day, their
Our
week, their
friends want
month.
to be entertained. Our friends want to be entertained. They come to be entertained. They really do. So now, if you're not going to give them a topic, entertain them. That's what we're doing.
That's
they'll
fine.
have
So
things to
my
cross
my
off along.
my one my question for you guys, since you want to be entertained, is this. The first thing is, how are you feeling today? Honestly, right? One word or a short sentence is enough. If you don't want to go into a long sentence, HR people, yes, for grief sessions, they might do. In fact, when it comes to HR people, it's looking at the EAP systems,
Mm.
okay, which is
Employee
oh,
assistance programs.
hello, hello,
We're
Mike,
not fighting.
welcome, welcome, welcome. He
We're
missed,
not
he missed,
fighting. We're at
he
peace,
missed,
I
he
think.
missed,
Ish.
he missed the S in my name. Oh no.
It's all right. We know it's you
So
he's talking
yes,
about, right?
so, yes, we do. And after that beautiful song, I can't really say anything else. Have you heard the song? It's amazing.
Where is it? No, you played it to me, but you haven't shared it. So I could have used it as a starting music, right?
Should I share it so it can be the end music? It's about 5 minutes
Yes.
long.
But no, I can play the 30 seconds of it that we need, and then people can
Should we
curious
share it?
ones
Should I
can go
share
to
it?
Mike, and then I'll come to you and say, can I hear the rest, please? How's that?
So I will send that to you.
Yeah. Send
So
it
as I was
on.
saying, please send me all the information to my DM if you know any of the professionals I've mentioned in this space, the reproductive space. Send them to me. When I begin my podcast, we'll be doing some interviews with those beautiful guests, having those conversations and finding out about whole this whole area, okay, of our human existence, which is the most important area. I know people are saying, what do you mean most important? Without the fertility journey, no humans will be created, just so you know, right? Especially if it affects so many millions of people every year. So it's important that we do know. Annie, I'm trying to find you. I've sent so many personal DMs to people. I've lost you, like down the bottom of the list somewhere.
I'm not important. I'm not that
I'm gonna have to
important.
share you.
You know, she doesn't have my WhatsApp. Even though I've got 2 of her WhatsApp numbers, she doesn't have mine. She's deleted
Stop,
me. That's what it is, right?
stop sulking and being a victim. You're not a victim. Stop it
Make
right
me laugh.
now.
Make me laugh. That's important. I get to laugh. You know.
Here you go. Let me fan you so you can feel better. Feel better. Feel
Someone said the
better.
other day, you know, that I'm too serious. I'm too jokey. I don't know which one it was. I think it was I'm too jokey.
Jovial.
No, I think that Sean was saying that. No, not Sean.
Joke.
I think Dr. Yvonne was saying that, you know, our energy in the room suddenly went south. You know, but I'm like, we'll talk about domestic abuse. What do you expect to happen?
Oh.
You know, but you know, it's not me. It's not me. I'm always trying to keep energy up, right? I always just want to keep laughing at myself after.
Yeah, I can see that. Domestic, yes, I completely appreciate that. It's not to be laughed at. It's quite
But
a
I
serious
tell you, your topic is serious as well. I tell you, this room, I dare not laugh half the time. Otherwise, you might kill me, literally.
No, I won't kill you.
You think about it.
You know that I can go through each and every video that you guys have made, and Annie has been laughing for about 90% of the time. So I really don't understand that statement. It's way out of
Honest,
whack.
Michael. I just been honest. Yeah.
Annie can't help himself, Michael. That's who Annie is.
Honestly, really.
You can't stop Annie. Even if you put a sock in it, you still hear the laughter coming out. And I've sent you. Check
I'm
the
one of those
DM.
weird people. You know that some people have a resting face, right? A resting face. That's I mean, I missed out a word there, right? There's a B word, resting. Yeah, B face, right?
Yeah, that. Yes.
You know, so my resting face is like it's a silly grin. I realize this. My resting face is a silly grin. And then when I'm meant to work, when I'm meant to be laughing, I get serious. It's like, damn, what's gone wrong? Yeah, it's who I am. It's who I am. Let's find out about Calm's days now. How is days going? Welcome, Liana.
Liana,
So
hi Liana, welcome.
Yeah.
Happy Thursday, welcome. I haven't come across Liana
Thursday,
before. It's good to see.
It's Thursday. Yeah.
Well, my day is relatively gorgeous.
Oh wow,
I
I
am
love
actually sitting on my on the bike, pedaling
that. Oh,
away,
good.
trying to do my
Wow.
exercises while listening to Annie laughing. But you know,
Yes,
as he laughs,
course.
every once in a while I jerk because I get caught up in the laughter as well instead of exercising.
That's funny.
It messes me up. You can't imagine. It's
Why?
terrible. It's just terrible. That's
I
the way
feel
he
so
is.
bad. I feel terrible. No, I don't really.
That
No, he
energy,
doesn't.
that energy
Don't
he
lie, Annie.
exudes is so captivating, and at the same time, it basically interferes with you, with whatever it is that you're doing. You know, I end up having to slow down and turn up the volume so that I can hear what's going on.
Annie, we got him.
We have. You know, we managed to disperse his life. It's a good thing. We've achieved.
It's a wonder that I complain every time that you guys are late. You can certainly know why. Yeah, they're late.
Late.
We late? Never. I told you it's the gremlins. They come out to play in the evenings.
They do.
I'm always saying to myself, okay, now Annie has not decided to go and buy Christine a new computer, one of those Macs that he keeps on talking about. When is he gonna do that?
Mine is Microsoft. It's not Max. Let's ask Annie the question. Anyway, when am I getting my computer?
Yeah, when is she getting her Mac?
Don't tell me when pigs fly south or cat fly south. That won't do. That will not do. Okay.
How about when Annie flies south?
Yeah.
And it's
Well,
fine, full stop. Stop
no,
or go.
that's too soon. That's too soon, right? I'm actually then be held to where's my Mac? Yeah,
It's too
I
soon,
wanna,
yeah, because you're going to be going to Ghana soon. So he's going to
They-
South Ghana. Then you should expect your computer, eh?
we'll work on it.
Exactly.
We'll work on it for sure. But I needed a new Mac as well, Michael.
I'm I'm the one supposed to get you that.
Yes. You get me a new Mac. I'll get Christiane a new Mac as well. How's that? Yeah, yeah.
Let
And
me
then the
let me
world will be a
let me
better place.
reiterate. I don't do Macs.
All right.
I do Microsoft.
You know what? You're gonna have to learn.
Yeah. The rest of us have to. And Mac,
It's
it's good
like
for events like this, and it's good for graphics. Everything you do. I don't know what Windows is good for. Maybe word processing. So
My
if you
brother
do big,
has Mac, right? And he
Hmm.
thought it was doing me a favor quite a few years back now to allow me to use his Mac. And all he did was cause problems. I was like, what the heck is this? What have you done? I don't
Yeah,
need this thing. It
it's a
took
different language. It's a different computer altogether. The keyboard's different. Everything's different. They say where the keys are for anything, the functions, everything's just so different. The
Don't
Western.
worry.
I
It's like
don't
riding
worry.
a
I'm used
bicycle.
to it now.
it's frustrating.
I get
You know,
confused
you're
by
gonna
Windows.
fall off a couple of times, sure. And then, get back on and ride. And then eventually you become an expert. Then you'll be the
Of
Mac
course.
expert, And
Mhm.
guess what? Your kids will be coming to you saying, how do you use your computer? How does it
Mm.
work?
And
You
then
know?
he'd be like, I'm never going back to Windows ever again. I can't believe I spent so many years on Windows.
We'll see. Let's
And
get it done
if you
first.
ever
Let's
get
get
if you ever
laptops
get there, say hello to
done.
Annie for me because you'll be in the same boat.
That's
Anyway,
funny.
yeah,
Okay, so let's think about it. So Cam was telling us how he
hold
was
on.
enjoying
So
himself on his bike.
you mentioned Williams event, right?
Yes.
Williams conference. Let me play my sponsor's video about Williams conference. He's one of my
Okay.
sponsors. Yeah. So welcome, Michael. We see you now. Welcome. Sharon Rose says,
It's Mr. Rivers.
New
MacBook
notebook.
proud for everyone. Oh,
Yes. Yeah, new
oh
MacBook
goodness.
products for everyone. No, a MacBook's not
No.
the same. I don't know. It's not the same. There's no keyboard. It looks funny to me.
Yeah, the word looks funny to me too. I've never heard of it.
You need a Mac keyboard to really know what a Mac is and how different it is to anything
I have
you've ever used.
been there, used it, was not impressed. If you give me a MacBook, you will find me headaches. PC. You will find me in Cornwall. Okay,
Yeah, I
and
can
it will not be
come
good
to
for
ask me,
you.
Amy, where is the pound sign? It's like Christiane is there. Well, no, you can't see it. It doesn't tell you it's there, obviously. No, it's on the tree, by the way. In case you're wondering. I'm saying these funny things like just match, but once you get used to it, you never go back, ever. Anyway, Andre says cocooning today. That's how he's feeling,
I
right?
love it.
But you're here,
Good.
Andre. The world can see you, so you're not cocooning that well, right?
He's
You are
cocooning. He's just chillaxing.
just not
You
showing up.
see? Do you see what I'm talking about, Annie?
He came to see you
Now
laugh,
Andre
and
can cocoon, but I cannot cocoon, huh?
You can't.
I don't know
My
what
friends can't
cocooning means.
cocoon.
No.
My friends can't cocoon,
you're not
because
allowed.
I've been looking for you, saying, "Where are you?" Like, we'll miss you too much, Mr. Michael. We'll miss you too much. How can we do a show you're not here? I'm like, what's gone wrong? It's like if
Exactly.
Lisa's not here, it's like asking what's
It
gone
feels
wrong.
weird.
Yes, my friends are not
Yes.
here. It's not a good day. It's never a good day, that one. So welcome, Linda. I see you as well.
Andre,
Hi,
I'm in the
Linda.
habit
Welcome.
of switching my names. Can you switch your name with my name so that I can go cocooning?
I'm not gonna help you, Michael. You're on my WhatsApp. You're on my WhatsApp. That's even worse, right? You got no hope. You know, you can never escape.
You can't get away. Oh,
I wake up, I'm like,
I've tried.
yes. If you're on my WhatsApp, you're in trouble.
I've
You know,
tried.
but I tell you, before you get on WhatsApp, I always tell you that you're in trouble anyway. If you're on my WhatsApp, you are going to get everything I send out to everyone all the time. Good luck with that.
I threatened to block him. It didn't work.
Let's watch William's The Humanist Uses video. This has just been updated. You know, you can buy tickets, by the way. You can buy remote tickets. I found that we worked it out today, Christiana. Here goes.
Are you ready, Ghana? Are you listening? Are you confused about your purpose, feeling lost, weighed down by life, and tired of pretending everything is okay? Do you feel like depression is winning and running out of strength? Then I want to invite you to something that could change your life totally. The No Human is Useless Conference 2025. William Planch has been there.
He looked like he was fine, but inside, he was dying, jobless, mocked by friends, smiling on the outside while every night he battled the thought that maybe life had no more space for him. People looked down on him, whispered that he would never become anything, and when the pain grew too loud, he made a choice that would change everything. He left the city, hoping the forest would hide his tears. There, alone with his brokenness, he found something no one could take away: his purpose. From the shadows of depression, William Plange built a movement that has now touched lives across the world. A 9 times international bestseller, winner of the Caribbean Global Awards, a voice for the hopeless.
In that silence, he found peace, he found purpose, and he found power. Now he's back stronger, clearer, and ready to help you do same. Join us for the No Human is Useless Conference 2025. 25th September, Sunday, 2 p.m. sharp. Venue at the ICGC Zue Temple, Tema Community Park. This is not just another conference. This is your moment, your healing, your clarity, your comeback story. Because no matter what you have been through, no human is useless.
No human is useless, I know. Through the darkness.
There.
So I'm excited to be going along. You know, so if you didn't get a chance to scan the QR code, so let me put. I'm going to put the link for the tickets. If you're going to just check it out. That's all I can ask you for, right? For international access.
Yes.
I'm going to put that in the chat now, and then sort of in the comments as well. You know, it's exciting times. You know, let's raise each other up, right? So it's all good. Anyway, that's my first video. Yes.
Great stuff.
Over to you, Christiana.
That was the first question. So Calm is calmly on his bike. You know, watching any smiling. That was what we said. Andre is cocooning in his nest. Beautiful. Who else? What are we doing? What's Lisa doing? What's Sharon Rose doing? What is Mike doing today? How are we doing? One word or sentence is more than enough from you. We're checking in today to see how you guys are doing. What have been your wins, your challenges, your barriers, your great news, your good news, or not so good news? Come, you're muted. Tell us.
Well, later on today, when time comes, I'm gonna go bunker busting.
What's
goodness!
that?
Tell me more.
Jeez, everybody knows what bunker busting is, don't they? I mean, I did speak about it. You don't remember about it, Annie?
My brain's not that big, you know.
I think Shawn Michael is the one that might remember. Or is it? No, it's Michael LeBlanc. Michael LeBlanc might be the one who remembers. No, it was during that episode when you had that gentleman come in, the doctor friend of yours. Yeah. And I was telling him that, you know, I was
tell us what it is.
My habit is to go to
forgotten.
Okay, my habit is to go to the toilet and do bunker busting.
No. Cristiano, you asked for it. There you go. He's telling you mental habits now.
It makes
Stop
my
it now.
day. That makes my day.
This is why you never do a check-in session,
Why
Cristiano.
me?
Because you done a check-in session. You
It's
don't do
okay.
check-in sessions. You come with a topic. You
That's
come
fine.
to
I'm
entertain in the form,
Great.
edutain, I call it. Otherwise, you get Michael going down about
Educate.
toilet habits. Anyway, Michael,
Down
carry on
the
with
terrible habits.
your bunker busting habits. God, tell us all about it. You block toilets, right?
No, let's not talk anymore.
I've had friends who did that. I've had friends who did that. It was a frequent habit in the dormitory when we were at St. Edmund's School, Canterbury, England. That was very frequent. Oh my gosh. I don't think there's a day or two we could go by without, hearing about the bunker busting business. Yeah.
Awesome.
Bunker
Of
busting.
course.
It's not a thing.
My aunt calls it testifying.
As Mike says, too much information, Michael. Too much information. TMI for sure.
Yes,
and Mike says, my wins. I woke up this morning. That's a win,
That's
right?
awesome. That's a win.
Yeah. Festus, I see you as well. Welcome, my friends. Enjoy my stay here.
Hi,
Hello to all the
Festus.
speakers on
Welcome.
stage. I guess on all our friends in the audience too. Sharon Rose. Okay, now I get to what cocooning means. Selective socialization. That's what it means, right?
Yeah.
So you choose who you're going to socialize with today.
Mm-hmm. I'm so blessed. It's us, Andre.
Exactly. We're on the list, so that's fine, right? We'll take it.
We'll take it. Right? The cuts.
Right. This Sharon Rose's win today, I think.
Wow.
Increased from 100
yes.
How do you do 100 push-ups? I mean,
weighted push-ups and dips this week. I love that. Yes. It's not all in one go though.
Hopefully not. No, but you never know. I saw American. They said I don't know what they got now. The senators, the defense secretary and the house secretary, saying that they want you to do the 100 push-ups and 100 pull-ups within 10 minutes. Like within 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That's impossible. Even my son, who does push-ups all the time or pull-ups, can't do 100 pull-ups in 10 minutes. I'm sure he could, if he went for it. That's a lot of pull-ups. That's a lot.
It is. That's the
well
best.
done, Sharon Rose.
Well done. We are so proud of you. Yay. We still need to get on a call, Sharon Rose, and yes, let's do that soon.
You see, I went back to my push-ups, to my pull-ups today, and I said I buggered my elbow. And I realized every time I do a pull-up, I hurt it more. So I've stopped for the last 6 weeks trying to get it to heal. Today, I dared to brave it. But it'll take time to get back anywhere near, how high I was going before. But I worked my way back up.
Get healing, get healing, get healing.
Yeah. Michael, now so carry on. Yeah, I don't know. Do you want to keep going down the bunker?
Moving forward. We're moving forward. So the next thing we're moving to, we have 7 minutes of this show left.
Wow, Sharon Rose, full set of 25. That's remarkable.
There you go.
That's
it's
fitness.
doable.
That is.
Yeah,
now, Christiana's a fitness freak as well, so
I'm not a
she understands.
You see, that is what you use maths for.
Look at that look on his face. He's not impressed.
I tell you, I'll leave that for a second. I'll leave that for a bit. Let me ponder, Michael. Let me ponder.
Thinking about it.
Yeah, I'll ponder to come back to you on that one, right?
Hi, Alexandria. Welcome.
I was tempted to play your video, Lexi, because Lexi's event's tomorrow. She's doing a fundraiser for her. I guess it's a heart-raising thing rather than being a fundraiser. So she's getting resources to support sexually exploited, abused, and trafficked people. The part of her Inspire Light, Inspire Light service that she just started. My friends, said, connect with her and do so. I shared her post today.
Okay.
And I say we're a couple of $100 short. So, every donation helps. That's what I'll say, right? It makes life easier.
Yes.
So do support her as best you can.
Well done, an initiative too. 100%, they are a lot if you break them up.
Yes.
Sharon Rose, I'm going to be joining you starting next month with my fitness. I've taken a good long break from doing any kind of fitness, and I will be returning next month. So
Excellent.
I look forward to my 100-kilo presses.
I reshared the video, Lexi. It's a great video as well. So I love how Americans can talk really slowly when they want to, but the others start shouting. They really shout you. I'm like, oh, just calm down, please.
It's called passionate.
It's not passionate. Us British, we're passionate without ever screaming. We're passionate. We still talk quietly. We're still.
That's how we're British. We could be getting killed and we're still talking quietly.
But I think that Lexi has this thing. She got this thing about having a rhythm. So and look, when it comes to speaking, I love Jim Rohn because he almost sings at you, almost. So but Lexi is always close to singing. That she has a rhythm that's like a song that plays in your ears, which is rather, it's a skill. Hopefully, I will get there one day. That's all I can say. So welcome, Sean. Welcome. I'm glad you're here, Mr.
Hi, Sean. Howdy.
You took a few shots. You're talking too fast. Well, you. I think in the end, you worked it out perfectly, Lexi. You talked at the perfect speed while saying everything very clearly. So we'll talk about speakers the other day. Talking about Williams event, Christiana, and you're the one who speaks as clearly as they come.
Okay.
That's a win, right? You do.
Yes.
I think your podcast will show that you don't talk like us British people. You're not a Cockney, right? And I know you're not a Cockney.
I leave that for my sisters.
It's a skill to have. It's a skill to have. That's what I realized. Mr. Calm,
it is.
What's the biggest challenge this year? What is cool? Blimey, Lexi, that's a bit much. 15 takes. My goodness.
Oh,
I never really record anything. Yes, I record once and I walk away. Like an Olympic take.
I used to do 3-4 takes.
15.
And I find them so frustrated. Now I do the one. The one. I don't. However, it goes out. It goes out. Seriously, it goes out. It goes out because you can frustrate yourself. Like I said, haven't had digital detox. All these thoughts and all these things we're talking about right now was part of my detox. What I was thinking behind the scenes, and really wanting to get clarity. It was all about clarity, because sometimes we end up being in a fog that we don't want to be in. I call it the digital jungle and digital fog that we get into, right? And the clouds in there get so thick sometimes because you're hearing X, Y, and Z in your ears. I remember I said to you, this show was supposed to be a different show, but I changed it last minute. So the other subject we should have been speaking about tonight is those, oh yes, please, I'm going to mention it. So when you have people that are online that say to you, oh yes, I made $110,000 in 1 week or 30 days or whatever it is, right? I became a multimillionaire overnight. I want to know, and please, if you're watching this and you are that person, please, what is a formula? What is a trick? Because, as I like to say, there is no overnight millionaire or success. No one becomes, unless you play the lottery and win the lottery. Different story. If you're building a business or you're in the entrepreneurial space, There is no such thing as an overnight success. You don't wake up
agree.
today and say, hey, I'm doing this business. I'm going to put money in. And then tomorrow, ta-da, I'm now a multimillionaire from last night. Where was your market research? What was the steps that it takes to get there? So when I see these videos online, Instagram, all these places, YouTube, oh yes, I became a success. We can coach you. You can get, 100K, go to 100K in less than a month or in a week or whatever it is. Is that realistic? Let's talk about realistic. 2, far-fetched. Is it fake? What is it? Tell us, what is the formula? Tell us, how have you managed that? And did you, like me, get into a digital fog or a digital jungle? What did you do? I've heard people say, oh, you can use the funnel. Some say, oh, you don't even have to write content. You don't even have to do any post, anything. You can just get that client and voila, you made your 100K that month. What is it? So please come and tell us. If anyone here tonight
Mr.
or today
Calm, Mr.
is
Calm,
watching this
Mr.
right
Calm
now,
so Mr. Calm's unmuted. Talk to us, Calm. What's your take?
go on, Mr. Calm, talk to us.
To tell you the truth, the formula is luck. What else am I going to tell you? That's just what it is.
It's a lie.
It's luck.
The formula is wrong.
No, the formula
It's
is
luck.
luck.
It's wrong. It's a lie. Everyone knows it's a lie. If you choose to believe it,
It's a
good
truckload of,
awful you.
do.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can believe it or not. You just remain poor. That's it. Yeah.
Sean and I were talking yesterday about self-love, right? And I've done many posts, many blogs, many videos about don't believe the 10 steps to do anything. Don't believe what the experts tell you. Find out for yourself. Learn along the way. And that's only because otherwise, as Michael says, you're going to try what someone says, follow the recipe, and then realize that they're lying to you. That's how the world works, right?
But here's the thing. When people say, don't believe anything, people say, and don't believe, they could argue that we can prove this. We can actually show you. We can actually do this. So here's what makes you. The other one that makes me laugh is people who are saying they're not making money, or you're not teaching you or selling anything. When for you to send me, I don't know, DM me this word, right? And I'll send you the information that you need.
Yeah.
And then you DM them the word they've actually just to DM them, and up pops a link.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the steps to follow, or how I achieve this. This is my formula. And up pops a link. And you go on the link. One of two things happen. The link sends you into a place to go and pay to get that thing they said it was free. And then the second thing is when you play the video they're supposed to tell you about this whole thing, this whole formula that they have.
Yes.
It happens to be them showing you a testimonial video of those they've worked with before.
Trying to say
and talks about themselves the whole time, and there's nothing on there about what they said they were going to show you or tell you in the first place. So
yes,
to me, it's all a con.
If you click the link and buy, you can get the real formula. How's that?
No.
I know.
You actually don't get the real. You don't get the real formula. What you get testimonials and probably 15 minutes of a 2-hour thing or an hour and a half thing.
Yeah,
with nothing still in there.
Don't start clicking.
It's a load of, like I said, doo-doo.
BS is the word we're looking for, right? I feel like, sadly,
anyway,
this is what the online world's come to, Christiana. Now, people are very dishonest. People are very. They're grabby when it comes to money. That's the problem. They want everyone's money, and they're willing to lie. Even here on LinkedIn, right? There's people there. I'm sure you've been to events. You hear people saying, "We don't sell. I never sell anything," and they're like, "Oh, but you can have this, whatever this is." I'm just honest. I'm a marketer. I'm a businessman. If you don't know, I sell stuff. If I'm not selling my stuff, I'm selling my clients' stuff. That's why I have clients. Saying that you're here because you want to speak as people's companies. You want to help people with their problems of miscarriage or baby loss, right? I'm saying, let's be honest and let's just say what we're here for, right? So once you start trying to pull the wool over people's eyes, eventually you get rumbled, and they're surprised when the world goes, "Oh, I don't trust you anymore because you've shown me that you're dishonest." It's a hard one. I suppose the way I deal with it, Christian, is simply I only ever click on what I really want, right? So I can tell you the things I bought lately, which I didn't plan to buy, but I saw them and I was like, yeah, okay. So what now? I buy loads of glasses. Honest admission here, right? I bought 2 the other day. I saw an ad on YouTube and I was like, I want those. They're
sunglasses?
No. I buy sunglasses, designer label every time because that's why. For reading glasses, I'm shy to go. I don't want to go to the opticians. So I find the glasses that promise me everything. They're promising. I say, I don't like it.
Eddie, you're meant to do your eye test first.
No, I got these glasses. Look at these. I got these, right? Look, they have. You can turn them to set them the way you want them.
How do you know it's the right?
Because you can adjust them. You can adjust the lenses to give you the right focus.
Your eyes tested first. You know exactly what you need.
Right. No, hold on.
You are messing around with your eyes. Go and get tested
I can read close up. I can't look. I can see because of small print. So I buy glasses, and I bought 2 pairs the other day. You know what they are? Magnifying glasses in glasses. I'm like, I love that. Magnifying. So I don't need to go to the optician or to go and get told your eyes are buggered, right? So these are magnifying glasses. So everything I look at, it's like, wow, look at the one's got bigger. Right.
Okay.
Right. Beyond that, I don't buy things that
are you long-sighted?
I can see everything except small print. Small print.
He doesn't know. That's the answer.
No. I can see far. I can see my screen now. I can read without glasses. Yeah. I got 20/20 vision on a good day. But small print. Why did they do small print? I don't get it. Why do they shouldn't even do Michael, there's nothing wrong with my eyesight apart from small print, which no one should print anyway. If it's less than 6 fonts.
Well, let's just say, Annie, that when you were younger, you did not complain about it.
I didn't. I really. You can make that bigger, Christiana. It's fine. You can zoom in. You can zoom your screen. No, but small. You know what small print is? Really tiny writing.
Fine print. Right. Yes.
The stuff that the lawyers put on a piece of paper.
No, not those. The stuff on product packaging.
What's been the lawyers? That's every other company or every other financial.
I'm saying I'm talking about the stuff on product packages that no one can ever read, unless you're 3 years old. So I don't read those very often, right? So I can see 99% of the time. To answer your question, Michael.
Well, in that case, you shouldn't be eating those products if you can't read them. Stay away from them.
Unless I get magnifying glasses.
That's great logic.
Just gonna get on a starvation program. Come on.
Unless I get magnifying glasses, I can see everything. Everything gets bigger. My drink looks bigger on the table. My chair looks bigger. It's like, wow, look at that.
People are seriously crazy, Annie.
I'd love to see you. Walking around with those magnifying glasses. Oh my gosh.
Go and get tested. Right, guys. So here's the thing. My second question to you guys tonight is this. Okay. Have you ever tried a digital detox or even just a short break from your phones, your socials, When was the last time you did that? And what was the experience for you? How did that make you feel? Were you calmer? Did you have more clarity? Did it drive you insane? Did you feel lost without your handheld devices? Remember, they give you thumb aches as well. You know, what did that feel like? What was it?
Go, Michael. Michael made a noise. Michael, no, be honest now, Michael. Digital detox, Michael.
When I did it, I was calmer. It means calm.
How long for?
How long for?
For like,
about 10 minutes.
5 hours.
Awesome. Love that. I mean, I was going to suggest 1 to 2 hours, but 5 hours is great too,
Yeah.
For some who are truly
asleep,
addicted, start with half an hour.
I was asleep, and the thing that woke me up.
That doesn't count. No, that doesn't count, Michael. I was asleep.
That being said, Michael, I must be honest in saying I am really proud of you of how much you've reduced your posting on our group, right? On our group.
Oh,
I kept
yeah.
thinking, wow, he's calmed down. I love
Remember
this.
those days. Remember those days of 30 posts an hour. This man can share posts at the speed of God knows what. Really?
Lightning. I'm like, you actually get to read those things yourself you were sending out. It was quite a lot. So I'm so proud of you for having clarity and resetting. Well done, you. Anyone else want to share? Do we have anyone in the audience that wants to share? You're welcome.
Sharon Rose, I agree with you, Sharon Rose. Sharon Rose says, is it marketers? So the lawyers write the legal stuff on packaging, and the marketers shrink it to fit on there. So I agree. I'm a marketer. I don't shrink stuff. So.
And I was formerly. You're a marketer, and I formerly was a lawyer. So there we go. I write it, you shrink it. Great team. This is why we make such a great team. See?
Goodness me. Take care, Michael. Yes, we're here at 7 o'clock on Tuesdays. Every other Tuesday.
No, Thursdays.
Thursdays. Okay. Sorry.
Michael, we're here every other Thursday. Feel free to come to the stage to come and share, Michael, if you want to.
This is what Mr. Calm said, Sharon Rose. He said, I shouldn't be eating anything that I can't read.
That's not free.
I just need magnifying glasses. I can eat everything. I can eat everything, right? That's not food, Sharon Rose. Don't be like that. No need to be like that at all, right?
Sharon Rose, tell us about you. What's been your detox?
Hold on. She's trying to take us into miscarriage and baby loss. Sharon Rose, not today. Christiana said no talk about miscarriage and baby loss today. I don't know why she said that, but
it's much harder to trust their what?
Inner circles, which are tight. No, it's true. The rich people's networks are very closed networks. Very close groups.
They are. And I tend on tapping into them. Anyway, yes. The last person I actually did try to contact with regards to baby loss and miscarriage was John Legend's wife.
Wow.
Yeah, when she experienced hers. And that was through somebody else, through Clubhouse and on Instagram. So, yeah.
Really? So what came of it? What came of it?
She spoke about it publicly, but she didn't really respond to me. But when you know someone's read your message, you just knew that they've read the message. So yes, I was very happy that they were taking the right steps. To sort it out and taking the right steps. But yes, why are you laughing? Don't follow Eddie's advice, not to follow people's advice. Mike, you gotta be on the stage.
How can you say that?
Come and see us.
Don't follow other people's ridiculous sales messages. Don't fall for it. Again, as Michael Rivers says, they're clickbaits. That's what they are, really.
Of course they are. Yes.
I think we're now in a place where the advert goes like, don't listen to those people. because I'm the one giving you the truth. And you're like, what the hell? I don't believe any of you. You're all just crazy. You know. And
I find the one I find the funniest is when they say, "Do not post or create content. Don't put any content on social media."
don't do anything.
I'm like, if you're saying don't put content, isn't that what you're doing essentially? So how can I take your advice if you can't take your own advice? Like, get out of here. Go get a day job.
I mean, as Sean says, it's like a pyramid scheme. I'll teach you how to make $10,000 a month by teaching other people how to make $10,000 a month, and then they will teach other people. It's literally.
Yes.
They call themselves coaches, Sean. So everyone's a coach, right? So, and everyone's all they're doing is apparently coaching people below them, and then they have legs. It's a pyramid scheme, right? In name and look.
It is.
I say if it's a duck, and if it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, walks like a duck,
it must be a duck.
It's a duck.
So Sean, Michael, Shannon Rose, my question to you guys is: have you ever tried to do detox? For even a short time, a break on your phones or your socials. What was that experience for you? Drop me a comment in the comment section. Let me know what that experience was like for you. Did you get any clarity?
Can you type into the comments? Can you type the question in so people can see it?
Did it drive you nuts? Let me see if I can actually type it in to the comment.
No, I'll say I don't have many digital detoxes. Well, unless I go sleep, Michael. I agree with you on that one. You know, I feel like I'm away from my station. I just feel like
Michael, that's cheating. Just so you know, it's not the same.
But I work online, so I can't. I can't not be online. That
There's the question.
Mean that, see, I don't scroll social media. That's the thing, Christian. I don't scroll. I never scroll. If I don't see your post at the top of my feed, when I open my LinkedIn page, I'm not going to see your post ever, unless you send me the link. Obviously, I'm saying, but I'm not going to be looking for any. I don't scroll. I haven't got time for that. I don't scroll Instagram. I use it for my clients. So when I have Insta clients, I do the post and I tend to have to scroll to like other people's stuff. The people that they follow, that we follow, basically, and that way they can like our stuff back. Then you realize it's a fool's game because no one's winning. We're just liking stuff for the sake of liking stuff. No one's buying stuff. No one's actually engaging really. So that's true. Given that I do events every day as well now, it's a bit harder. I do have the weekends off. But no, that's just me not doing events. Yeah, I say that. When does my weekend start? I don't know. I mean, it starts on Saturday morning, I think, after No Knees Sing Your Heart Out Live, right? So, but essentially, I can leave the internet in the background because I've got work to do. And I can leave social media for sure. I don't look at it when I wake up. I don't look at it in the day. I don't care what anyone's doing, really. But I have to work. I have to create books. I have to create posts for clients. I have to do stuff. Now, this week I've done quite well because I have one client I have to post for every day, right? Another client I have to post for every other day. So my daily post client, I've done the post on Sunday for the whole week. So I never have to look at the social media. It's just there, right? It's the posts go out. Are scheduled every morning. They get what they want, and then unless someone DMs us, I never have to respond. Christiana, we lost your voice again. Oh, you're back. No,
Christiana, how do you?
No, you're muted. You muted yourself. Damn. Right, restart your go and sort it out, or restart your device. There's no volume.
This is what is in the thing. This is what happens.
Oh, okay. I will never ask her to do anything on a device while we're live ever again.
You just gotta get her a MacBook. Get her a MacBook. The Microsoft thing is not working.
You get her a MacBook.
Be nice, Annie. Be nice.
Are you gonna start again your device again, Christiana? So I can play my second my second sponsor's message. All right, okay, here goes. So hold on, let me put the link for No Humans Useless conference in the comments. That way, and I've done that already, I think. Yeah, further up. So my second sponsor's video. So you got 2 minutes, Christiana. You got 2 minutes. So do restarts and do come back. Where's my No Humans Useless link? Oh. Now, Michael, now do you click on those clickbait things? Do they ever excite you enough for you to think, "Oh, let me try that"?
I click on them all the time.
And do what? Do you buy?
Well, no, I really don't. I just put in and say, am I interested in this? Yes or no? No. Yes. That looks nice. And then I save it. I don't do anything but save it. And then come back
Really?
to it later on down the road. If I'm interested in it, I'll come back to it. If I'm not interested in it, in about 7 days, it goes away. Because I got a timer that just erases that stuff if I don't need it. Because it's just gonna clog up my machine. So I'm like,
You save it. That's remarkable. So I never knew what that save button was. I save videos for later. I don't save adverts. That's for sure.
all you need to do is remember this: Control S, Control S, and I should wait until Christiana comes in because you're gonna get it, but maybe it's gonna help her.
Yeah.
Computer issues. Hey,
When she comes back.
I'm thinking that it's probably better to put her in a master class where people learn computers. This is gonna be something like a place where they immerse her in computer training. This is what you do, and this is when you do it, and this is how you do it. You know, that's what I think Christiana needs.
No, don't say AI. There's so many AI trick videos out there. I don't mean AI videos. I mean people trying to sell you AI as if it's you can have 25 employees. You can create AI agents, yes, and are they like human employees? No. Everyone's trying to sell you something, Mike. They're trying to sell you investments. No money needed. Just put your money here. No money needed. By the way, I keep saying it, right? So how can that be? So there's so many lies online. It annoys me because it ruins the as someone who lives online, who works online, who makes people famous online. It's heartbreaking to see how many scammers there are out there. But I call them scammers, and they're not scammers. That's their business, right? It's for us to be more attentive, as you say, Michael. Be more choosy and be more savvy.
Yeah, the thing is that AI is just the opportunity. The opportunity to level up your game. And what is your game? Your game
exactly.
is to get out there and what become more famous to do your purpose. That's the game. The game is to go out and conduct your purpose, make it happen, realize it, manifest it. Now AI, which let me tell you what what means to me, Annie. AI means African intelligence.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you'd love that. And
Have
because it means
you told the
African,
Have you told the Africans yet?
I've actually put it out there, but we'll see whether it can be amplified. I'll amplify it. But
Excellent.
I'm telling you this because I know that you will also amplify it too. So
Yeah, I see you, Mark. I see you, Mark.
If we're working in collaboration, we can make things happen. And that's exactly what I want. I want my friend, Annie, to understand that this is what AI means to me, African intelligence. That's if you did not think about it.
Why did you say that? Why African intelligence?
Why African intelligence? Because when you actually think about the way AI is supposed to be headed and how it's supposed to operate correctly, it's supposed to be infused with what do you call it, the spirituality of, and also the what do you call it, the emotions, and also the rules, and the not the rules of the game, etc., etc. All these things that make Africans what they are. And not only just Africans, I'm not just talking just any Africans, I'm just talking about elevated Africans who are actually Pan-African and think in an Ubuntu manner, an Ubuntu way, basically utilizing that to, uh, and that's what, utilizing that to create an African intelligence that is superior to what we currently have in Africa, that is superior to what we're actually displaying in front of the world. It needs to we need to elevate to an extent where our intelligence is, that's what we're actually pushing, is our African intelligence, and the way we think, the way we do things, the way we actually live in our communities, the way we display ourselves. We need to make that better and better and better. Why? Because the target is to create a better universe, and a better universe requires better people. Better, in order to get better people, you have to increase your intelligence, and you have to utilize that as not only just your intelligence, but also your physical capabilities as well, to create a future, to create a future that is plausible for the next generation, that the next generation can, not just the next generation, but the next generations, for the next generations that will be coming in the
Interesting.
future.
Interesting.
Create,
Sharon Rose.
create that future.
Hold on. So let's talk to Mike. I don't want the Mike to fall off. I think we're ignoring him. Sharon Rose, yes, digital detox, she says, is freedom. I went all the way from Atlanta to Manchester, UK, without connectivity for a week. That's a long trip. What are you traveling on, Sharon Rose? A coach? You know, I mean, London to Manchester is quite far. I agree, but you know,
She said Atlanta,
yeah,
Georgia, Atlanta.
to Manchester, UK. Yes.
Oh, so she flew.
Can that really take a week?
No, no. That takes
You
a
hope
few days
not.
just to get to Atlanta. But then
Yeah, no,
you're
fly
gonna,
to UK. No, the
you're
same to
gonna be
Manchester
in,
from London is a few hours.
yeah, you're going to be in Atlanta for a short period of time. I do not know what she was doing there, but
No way.
you definitely didn't need the digital while you're there,
Yeah,
trying to
no.
consume everything that's going on.
So
Otherwise, you just get distracted.
if you can leave off for a week, you've done well. That's what I say. Mike, talk to us. How you doing, my friend? Welcome.
I'm focusing on this self-love thing.
Still, we moved on, Mike. We moved on.
No, I know, but it's very actually it's what Michael was saying though, is
It's applicable.
that you have to we have to have a mind of something bigger than ourselves. And whether that's in Africa or globally. We have to stop all the, like in the United States there's way too much division. And it's not good for anybody. Causes fear, causes anxiety, could even cause worse, people taking their lives and such. So we need to work at first within ourselves, but then within our families and our communities, and then work towards globally. And you are doing your part just in these conversations. You've already made a start. So I think having conversations about this is really important. So I think that's the beginning.
Yeah, I can understand. I suppose there's always different points of view. So my take is, yes, I agree. AI can help people in different parts of the world to level up. Now, my worry, it's not really my worry. So what my observation is that many don't have the foundation knowledge. Does it matter? No one asked me. No one asked. No one said anything. What do you think? Right. So I'm all right. Now they can do what they do. I expect that I will carry on winning because I know the theory. I know the science, and I also know how to actually apply it. Now, I'm saying no, not just in terms of science. So, I mean, I use AI for certain things, right? Create videos. That's what I use AI for, really, because I can't create videos otherwise. So I can't employ a film crew. I can't book a location. I can't book actors. I can't do all those things. So AI just makes it easier, right? So, but I know the concepts behind what I'm trying to create. I know why it should work. I know how it works. I'm not just creating videos for the sake of creating videos. I think some people use AI, like in design or even in writing, without knowing the content that you're writing about. That's what I think could be a potential, downfall of people who. I think there's a difference between doing AI and using AI. As you said, Mike, talk. No, when you can talk about your topic, I think you are ahead of the game.
Well, it's a tool, Annie, to me. It's not, if you treat it as the end all be all, then you're starting in the wrong place.
I agree.
Whatever the use case is. I mean, AI allows me, for instance, if I need to do research, I could do Google, but then, I can use other tools like Perplexity or whatever to get me that answer quicker, faster. And then what I do with it is up to me, but it's a tool. Now, people are looking at agentic AI and automation. And again, for certain use cases, I think that makes a lot of sense. But if you're going to try to replace a human, I don't think it makes a lot of sense, particularly depending on what that human is doing, because there is no intelligence. Artificial intelligence right now is a misnomer. And what I mean by that is it's basically a very advanced autocomplete. That's what it is. The current LLMs.
I agree.
Are they a little more than that? Yes, you can pretty it up, and yes, you can put all this information in. But at the end of the day, it's really just it's a very advanced autocomplete. There's no actual ability to think. These are not thinking tools yet.
Yeah.
Now, and the thing that upsets me a little bit is, Altman and others are saying, well, AGI is right around the corner. I'm like, well, not unless you reboot and restart and figure out a completely way to do things. It's not going to be a super LLM, in my opinion.
I agree.
There's a lot more stuff to do. So as far as AI, yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm using it for music, but it's my lyrics. And then I have to come up with the prompt that actually comes up with the style of the music, including, I want the chorus to be, stronger, and I want female and male voices mixed, and I want the timpani to come in here and the horns to come in here. So in some respects, I'm a producer. Now, could I produce it without that? Absolutely not. So
yeah, I agree with you. We're a long way from machine learning. I mean, AI as it's meant to be, as it's got to be, a thinking machine. We're so far, we're 100 years away from that. Cristiano, say something.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Excellent. Excellent.
Yes.
I'm not going to come to you yet. Tobiloba, welcome. Glad you joined us. Sharon Rose, I think you're saying what I'm saying. The large language models depends on the source being referenced in the code. Of course, now, as Mike says, it is literally auto-completes. That's what it is. Now, it searches around for information and bunks it in front of you. But you have to know what's right. As Sharon Rose says, garbage in, garbage out. That's just how it is, right? But ethics is a huge issue. But we don't let it bother us.
That's pretty much true, because the other name for AI is augmented intelligence.
Yes.
That means it's an augmenter. It augments your intelligence.
Yes,
that's all it
I'll
does.
take that. But it's not artificial intelligence yet, as Mike says. To where about 100 years now, a thinking machine is a long way away. That's my. I don't think many people realize this, Mike. They think we're there. We're nowhere near it.
And that's where I think marketing has got it wrong. Marketing should have been pushing augmented intelligence as opposed to artificial intelligence. Because artificial intelligence has a wrong connotation. It gives you a really, really wrong connotation of what AI really is.
But you
Agreed.
can you can thank founders like Sam for doing this because they are pushing it. Particularly
They wanna make-
Sam. I don't
But they're
maybe
making
less. Of course, they're making millions or billions of dollars.
Yes.
They're getting rich.
billions.
So that basically tells you what the target is. Why they pushed it is because they're looking for something else. It is not augmentation. They're looking for something artificial, not augmentation. They don't want augmentation. Reason? I don't know. I don't know why they don't want it. But they want you to think that this is artificial intelligence so that when you come out of the box, you're actually thinking like as if this is a threat. And if this is a threat, then that means you need to program it in such a manner that it is a threat to you. So you need to come up with defenses so that you can defend yourself, so that you can apply those defenses, and then they go ahead and learn those defenses and figure out how to overcome your defenses. And it's kind of like a war game. You know what I'm saying? So now, now you're getting into that. That means that, well, that's the way they think, and they're pushing it that way because they want to weaponize this thing.
Well, Michael,
Why do they want to weaponize this thing?
I feel like I'm,
But
I
Michael-
feel like I'm on a different show. What happened? What am I
You
watching? What's
you
going
you
on?
left.
That's the old
You
mate.
left. You left, and you've been augmented. Christiana, you've been augmented. Michael, the problem that I see, and there's actually this came out of Google as well. Scary as anything. They actually want to replace humans in some respects, and I don't mean replace. They look at humans as a virus on the planet,
Yes.
and we have to take this in some cases very seriously because some of these people are envisioning Skynet. Unfortunately, now. Is Sam Altman doing it? No, but who knows what he's thinking? And then you have people like Elon that are with Grok. God only knows what he's doing. He's trying to find the answers to the universe. So in some respects, maybe not quite the same as Google and Sam, but it's very concerning about where some of these people are actually thinking. Now, I'm sorry, but I'm very cynical in believing that they're doing this for the Benjamins and they're raking in billions of dollars, and they are.
I get the feeling it's going to end the same way like the .com boom ended, where everything just there's a disaster. When people started realizing that the money it's been sunk into a hole, that's not going to do what they think it's going to do.
There was a study out of Harvard that 95% of all the current deployments are unsatisfactory by the people who are deploying it. 95%. So what does that mean? Well, it's not purely the fault of the founder, the LLM, the frontier LLM vendors, but I think it's the fault of the marketeers, because the marketeers, including Sam, are saying this can do anything. It's like, no, it can't. There's some very good corner use cases that it's absolutely good at. Other than that, and that's only with good data, because someone said garbage in, garbage out. Absolutely. And from a security perspective, I wouldn't touch any of the public LLMs. I would have a private LLM on my site, feeding my data into it, where I had total control over what was going in, and then total control of what was coming out, and it wouldn't be open to the public. It'd be open to my company employees, and that's it.
Yeah, to your team to get that to process things faster. I get what you're saying, Mike. Look, Sharon Rose, let's come back to our conversation, Christiana. Now you're back. Sharon Rose, look, there's a truth in what you say. Manchester, UK has no mobile. We're talking about AI. So Manchester has poor service when it comes to internet and phone connectivity. Now, so do we in Cornwall. I think it was on 2G. We're nowhere near. Christiana is near Manchester. Who was a couple of hours away. But so I say we know how bad the service is up there. So
well, you kind of know that China is all over 5G, right? Eventually, we're going to be talking about 6G, and I don't know what other enumeration comes after that.
We have 5G here already.
Yeah, but except we don't, Christiana. they
Yes.
lie to us. I say we're still on 2G in Cornwall.
Yes.
Driverless cars, they won't get here anytime in this century, if you ask me. Because we're not even close to having 3G, let alone 5G, let alone what you actually need, right?
Yeah.
Sharon Rose, I agree. Generative AI is like Cliff's nose for Google. It's good at summarizing things. It's good at replicating and giving you a picture of something. So that's why it's good for making videos. The rest of it, it's not here, neither here nor there, right? Orena, we've missed you, Mr. Amos. I'm glad you're
Yay! Oh my goodness, he made it. Welcome.
Thank you for joining us, Sharon Rose. Recursive AI. What's recursive AI? What's recursive AI? Mike, help. It's more sophisticated, less mainstream way it learns from itself and human interaction. And that's generative AI. You say recursive. I think that's just a marketing gimmick. No AI can learn from itself. It collects our data and gives you a better answer than what it thinks you might want. That's what they all do. I've used AI long enough to know that they make huge boo-boos. Humans with 3 hands, 2 heads, things are hanging me there. All that stuff, that's just ridiculous. I'm saying, but eventually, if you prompt it enough, as Mike said, it will learn that humans have 2 hands, and they haven't got 6 fingers. I could carry on. I'm saying AI, it creates and frustrates at the same time. My friends, let me show you my second sponsor video, and let's get back to Christiana's conversation.
Yes, let's.
Yes, let's do that. So this is a minute and a half. I'll share the link in the comments again afterwards. Let me move Sharon Rose's comments. Yes. Okay. Right. Here goes, my friends.
Hi, my name's Donna Martin, and for those of you that might not be familiar with me yet, I am CEO of the Good Life Approach, and what I do is help people best to thrive in those micro moments, in those real-time moments when life happens and takes over. So this video is about me introducing you a bit to me and to what I've created in terms of the Daily Reset. This is burnout prevention course for busy individuals. Doesn't matter your profession, doesn't matter where you've come from, doesn't matter about your background, your knowledge, your skill set, any of that. What matters is where you are and where you are choosing to be. If you're somebody that is consistently coming up against it and allowing your external outer world to dictate your results, the Daily Reset will support you in bringing you back to your present moment and deciding intentionally how you choose to reset so that the impact of whatever's going on doesn't continue to impact your day. That's the power of mind shifting. That's the power of self-awareness. And that is the power of understanding who you are, how you operate in terms of your physical body function, your mechanical mind, and the spiritual soul side of you. This isn't magic, it's intentional manifesting. And those daily resets, those wins, those successes that you choose to create for your own version of the good life all start with simple, easy, go-to tools that are all packed inside the Daily Reset. Feel free, if this calls you, to check it out.
Excellent. I've done my job. Of course, if you want to, I guess, be seen as a sponsor on our shows, then just get in touch with me. So if you've got a video, it's much easier, right? And if you're here as well, it's probably better for you too, because then people get to know you, they actually want to engage with you. Christiana, I've done my job, so I give it to you to get us back on track and close it out, right? Unless you want to talk to Mike about his check-in. How's that? Have we lost Christiana? I think we have. Oh, Mike, you never know, right? Christiana, you haven't unmuted. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I tell you what, Mike. Let's play your song. Let me find it first of all. Let me find it. So give me a second. Let me set myself out. Christiana, where we lost you? Okay. So this is the link for the Burnout course. If you are interested on on the website. So do go and check it out. It's in, I don't know how do you scan QR codes on when you're on a mobile yourself, right? I don't know. Yeah, it's if anyone knows,
you can minimize your screen and scan it.
Oh, okay. I've learned
Did you hear
something new
me?
today. Yeah. So I've learned something new today. I didn't know that's how you do it. Mike, I can't seem to. My YouTube does funny things. You know, it's essentially it
You have the
limits.
app on your.
What, the QR scanner app? You mean? I tend to scan with, with my phones. I tend to, my camera. That's what I use.
Most of your modern camera phones should be able to read the QR code.
Yeah. Now, Mike, you might have to, if you can repost your link again, then I'll go to it straight away. So that way,
okay,
I can play your song.
It's Christiana's song. I happen to write it.
Yeah, well, it's going to be our song soon because now you don't own it anymore. But Mike.
Hello. I think Annie, now Annie's computer is the one that's going.
No, I'm here.
Oh, it was my computer. Now it's yours. What's going on? Okay.
Okay.
So I have put the last two. Oh no.
Traffic service be off now. So she chose to be, literally shuts everything off and stop paying.
Oh no, we don't want. Would you like to be off grid, Sharon Rose?
It's in the chat. And
yeah. Okay. Superb. That's a real detox. I don't know why though. So Christiana,
I put two questions.
Mike about his
chat.
Right.
Did you guys see it?
No, not yet.
Second question. In the comment section, I've put my second question and third question.
Excellent.
I was about to put
I'm trying to get to
fourth question
to see. Okay, Mike, so you sent me to me. Okay, superb. So I'll bring it up and then let's. So I look forward to hearing the song properly. So I had Christiana played it once. It wasn't passing. I tell you, is that AI? I think that's AI. Anyway, you never know what's real these days, Mike. When you see a picture, you just never know whether it's a real person, whether it's an AI person. Mr. Calm, you went close to the edge of the stage again, right? So, you got to stay in the middle of the stage. Okay. So
you know that StreamYard always does that to me. I don't know why it doesn't do it to you guys.
Thank God it doesn't.
It's being a
Breaking
bully.
up, Penny.
Nope, I can hear Michael perfectly well. I can hear you perfectly well. Okay, all right. So, Christiana, should I play Mike's song in full or should I play some at the end? I'm gonna play Mike's song in full because
Play some at the end.
But then I'll play at the end as well. But we have to do the song justice. No, why not?
I was gonna say play the first verse and the chorus, but
okay, I can do that. So we've got 5 minutes left, Christiana. We're way over. I went 2 hours today. I really don't know, right? But we always do. Right. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. We were talking about AI.
No, that was only for a few minutes. You can't blame us for that, right? Here goes, my friend.
Ooh. 12 years she's walked beside the broken hearted, a coach who knows the weight of dreams departed. Through her own valley of shadow and pain, she found in healing from loss. With gentle strength, she holds what others fear to name. Moving forward, breaking silence, ending shame. Every word she speaks on the subject of miscarriage is drenched in wisdom and empathy. She teaches us to unlearn, relearn, learn how to find hope when the world seems to turn against our hearts, against our dreams. Christiana shows us what healing means. In boardrooms where the topic feels too raw, she speaks with grace about what many never saw. One in 4 pregnancies, yet silence fills the air. She builds the bridge for those who've been there. Her charming way, her song, the soft-spoken truth, gives voice to pain. In boardrooms forsooth. Through virtual screens, she holds each searching face, creates connection in the digital space. With quizzes, facts, and data, she makes it clear this conversation shouldn't cost us fear. She watches eyes, she answers every call, making sure that no one has to fall alone. True inspiration walks in human form. She weathered her own devastating storm. Now leads others through their darkest night with clarity and confidence. She brings the light. Organizations learn to hold their people well because she had the courage to tell every word on the subject of miscarriage is drenched in wisdom and empathy. She teaches us to unlearn, relearn, how to find hope when the world seems to turn against our hearts, against our dreams. Christiana shows us what healing means. Together we move forward, no longer alone, breaking taboos that were carved in stone. Christiana shows the way to heal, making the invisible finally real. In wisdom and empathy, Jesus, every word she speaks on the subject of miscarriage. It's empathy. She teaches us to unlearn, relearn, how to find hope when the world seems to turn against our hearts, against our dreams. Christiana shows us what healing means. Christiana shows us what healing means.
Sorry, Mike, I could not stop it after the first verse. I realized I just couldn't stop it.
Oh no.
That is just genius, right? That is gospel.
Yes.
Look, like, maybe that's one of the perks of AI, Mike. That I think, this understated. Like, for generating content for giving us for giving creatives a tool to do more than we could, as Michael said right now. It was at the AI conversation. It's remarkable. It's remarkable. That is seriously, that's Michael, as you're saying, that's a song about maybe now we should as I call you the angel, Christiana, right? You are. That song makes you more than human. You are suddenly like I don't know, like Mother Teresa.
I wouldn't go that far, but here.
It's like all the good things you do. Miss Christiana is bigger than life. Mike, well done you, my friend. Well done you.
I get
Thank you.
I get choked up hearing that, believe it or not.
So do I. No, really. It's
I'm
a work of art.
sorry.
And Christiana is and rightfully she's probably a little embarrassed, but when we're impacting other people's lives, particularly in what I consider very sensitive
She's blushing. Look at her.
so very sensitive, or what I would even maybe call sacred spaces, because when you're grieving, to me that's sacred. You are a bit of an angel, and when we're doing shall we say the transcendence will, we are actually angels. So
yes, Mike, you've captured. And I said the gospel sound is, and I've never heard it before. And a lot of people are doing music these days, but there's no real character. And I'm being harsh. I'm saying this one is Christiana all over. Go on, Christiana. You pay homage the way you should.
I just every time I hear this song, I have to take a pause. The first time I heard it, it literally got me emotional. I was like, first of all, Mike, I think I met you for the first time on this show, and I wasn't expecting what you sent to me. It takes real heart to pause, take the time to create something. I know that's some of it's from my own profile. The reality is the way you mix those words, the ones that you added, and you got me. It's funny because I went on Suno myself. I do have Suno, and I created my own song for my series, which I'll play at some point, probably next show that we do. But that was specifically for my event, 2 weeks ago. And it was a 1.5 minute long, a very short one. But the one thing that I was asked when I went to Sono, they asked you what genre you want to. And one of my choices in there was gospel. Anyone that knows me knows I'm crazy about gospel music, right? It was the way that you had captured that without knowing that I love gospel so much, right? And the sound, the voice, the type of person that want to sing, you literally put all of that together. When I heard this song, first of all, I was in awe of the fact that someone took the time to do that for me, number one. Number two, I was just speechless. It's hard to have me speechless. I was just speechless. I'm so, so, so grateful for someone taking the time to just put this together. I did cringe a little bit, I'm going to be honest. It was a bit cringe-worthy to hear my name to myself so many times. I was like, oh my goodness, I can't deal with this. This is too much of my name. This is not happening. But it was happening. So I had to sit back and accept it. But it was also an emotional journey for me to really hear that someone took the time. And this is what I remember about this community that continuously gives and gives and gives. And I just want to say thank you. I think I sent you a well-detailed message. You know that already. But as we're here, just to say thank you so much for the time, for the heart, for bringing this, using this space, and bringing your genius, because you're a poet, you're a songwriter, your genius into this and delivering it in such a way that it really does capture what I do. So thank you once again. And I hope those that listen to this song get to understand what I do, what I do. I do so much more than that, but that for me says it in simplicity. So thank you.
Yeah, no, well said. No DM is ever going to convey your your gratitude in the way that we get to say it, right? People always think it's a message.
Mm.
You can write anything, but I know you should. I know you love the song, so well done, you, Mike. Now, Mr. Richard, you asked who wrote the song. Mr. Mike on stage here wrote the song, my friend. Yes, this
Right.
Mike, this one. In case you're wondering,
This one.
this one is he's the one who wrote the song. It's pure
There's
genius.
so many mics in this community.
Yes, there's many Mike and there's many Michaels as well, right? But there's only one Mike,
Yeah.
So Mr. River
Yes.
says, Mike B, 5-star salute to you. That was truly amazing. It really was, Mike. It's you're gonna hear it a lot more times, Mike. That's a good thing. You're gonna hear the song many
You
times as we go forward.
Definitely.
So we do have to go.
I might play my next one.
Go on.
Let's kick off very quickly. Just the questions. I think it's generically just checking in on you guys. This event tonight was to check on you guys because remember, I was quietly observing and enjoying my digital detox until Annie here dragged me out out of my magic box, and I popped out to see you guys today to say, hey, how you doing? How have you been? What are your wins, your challenges, your barriers that you were going through? What's the one thing that you want to tell us, share with us in one sentence, in one word, whichever way you choose to disclose, that's entirely up to you. But sometimes we get caught up in, the work that we do, the spaces we occupy, the scrolling, for some people, the scrolling of social media and being on different platforms, which for me, sometimes I feel a little bit bombarded, and I have to disappear. Okay. But this is about you guys tonight. So the second question was, how have you ever tried to detox yourself? What was the outcome? Right? How was the experience for you? Third one was, what one small offline activity brings you joy or calmness? What's the one thing you do offline that brings you joy and your calmness? And for some people, it's family. So if you cannot come up and tell us on stage, please write it in the comments section. Let us know what's the one thing that you do that brings you joy and gives you that calmness, throughout your week. Thank you. So yes, what's the one thing that you do? And the last one is how do you personally check in with yourself? Whether that's journaling, praying, meditation, or simply sitting quietly. What's one thing for me? I would say it's one thing I love doing with my little cherub, I like to call my son, is we sit down, we do nothing. I'm trying to teach my 4-year-old we do nothing. We do absolutely nothing. We don't read. We do not sit down and play. We don't watch TV. We actually sit down, just the two of us. We might have conversations. We might play a game, just a conversation going back and forth. Or we might say, I'm excited, as he told Uncle Annie today, right? And we might just do nothing at all. What's the one thing that you do? So these are my questions. Please do take the time to either tell us, or you can put that in the chat. Okay? Please respond, reflect, take the time to pause to gain clarity. If you feel like such a long time or too many hours on your phones, on social media, it's really important that we do for our mental health, for our, in your case, Annie, for our sight health, our eyesight, our eyesight health, right? And practical things we can do. We can come away from the phone for an hour or two. Or if you're calm, you can go to sleep and call it detox from digital detox and wake up to your alarm. That's not detoxing, my friend. You need to not touch your phone for at least an hour to 2 hours. Okay. You can create free phone free zones in your rooms. That could be your bedroom, that could be your meal times, that could be your bathroom. For me, my meal times, there is zero phone. No phone is displayed on my dining table at dinner time. Like if that ever happens, God help you. But no, not in this household. And then you could replace scrolling with a grounding habit. That's reading, walking, calling a friend to check in on them or to speak to them about what you're going through. Okay. You could also use apps that track your screen time. Imagine that. And set yourself some boundaries. Yes. Try your screen time tracking. Oh, Andre's reading, gets into nature, walks, nap. Yes, I love that.
I
And
love
some
a good nap.
exercise to add,
I love several naps.
which
I
is
haven't
what
had one
Karen Grace
today.
is doing.
I need a nap.
I,
Of course, I spend time with family.
yes, of course. I mean, that goes without saying, spending time with family is number one priority.
No.
Sorry,
I
Mike,
think
you were going to say
I
something.
think it's an active thing. We have to actively do these things. Actually, stop work, get off the
Yes, you
computer.
have to.
Saying that I spend time with my son on pretty much most days. I say every evening I
Mhm.
get even daytime. I just we just stay there chatting, and then we exercise in the
Yes.
morning, early morning. So 3 o'clock in the morning, us to exercise in the garage. But I love my
Yes, of
PS4.
course.
I love my PlayStation 4.
Well,
That's my real piece.
but remember, it's not about cutting technology out completely. It's
Mm,
about intentionally using it effectively. Right?
yes.
I'm not suggesting that you cut yourself away from, you know, technology because naturally we all need technology,
Yeah.
but it's using it intentionally and using it wisely. You know,
Yes, I
we have a
agree.
generation, younger generation coming up that are having issues with their thumbs, with having eyesight problems. I have a friend who is an optician, and they're seeing younger, um, I'll say young people, so younger boys and girls who are experiencing severe eyesight issue, not because it's hereditary or it's in the DNA, but because of bad practices.
Mm,
So the actual prediction at the moment is by the time they get to, I don't know, the 30s, 40s, 50s, they might need some eye correction, and that's not good. We need to start being the example for the younger generation. To not spend time on our digitals forever and a day. And I'm consciously doing that, trying to not use my phone all the while. The last 6 weeks being a school holiday has been great. And also, I have on my phone my tracking system, which iPhone provides you with automatically. So it tracks what you're doing. My hours have dropped down when it comes to digital journey, which I love. So, yes, that's all I can say to you guys today. Um, I love that. I love that. But in terms of that,
I,
so today reminded me of how powerful it is when we create. Oh, let me pause for a moment.
yes, and
Dr. Marcia, good to
Michael
see
muted
you.
as well. He said, welcome, Dr. Marcia.
He
Dr.
is
Marcia
unmuted.
she has a new book out. I read the sample on Amazon, so
Yes,
do that, check it out. Can I tell you what it's called, Dr. Marcia? If you put it in the
great.
comments, that will
Congratulations,
help.
Dr.
Yeah?
Marcia.
Hmm. I think it's something for like flying below, flying with faith, something to that effect. Look, my friends, I've got a meeting. I have a meeting coming up, literally now. So, Christiana, we can't
So let me
stay.
let you guys go.
Yeah.
So for closing, let me say the last 30 seconds, I guess. So for me, today reminded me of how powerful it is when we create spaces to just check in. No agenda, there's no pressure, just caring. Okay. My detox may have started as a personal experiment, but it turned into a deeper reminder of the strength of a community. Really and truly. And as I wrap up this, I want to leave you with this question to reflect on and share if you'd like. What's one small step you can take this week to check in with yourself and with someone else? That one person that you perhaps be meaning to call, or meaning to check in on, or meaning to see how they're doing. That one person, not two people, or a community. Please take the time to do so. And remember, it's little pauses, the simple conversations, the reaching out that keeps us connected and grounded. Thank you so much for being here. As always, supporting this community, showing us just how generous you are, how caring, how loving, and how amazing you guys are. Thank you so much. And I will see you guys in 2 weeks' time when we talk about miscarriage and baby loss once again. Annie, over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Marcia. I'm glad you're here. Mike, I saw you're muted. I heard you're muted. I said I didn't saw you. Please share what you're going to share. I don't want you to hold your peace forever. And then,
Dr. Marcia, great to see you. Thank you for joining us. It's been a while since I connected with you. But
I wanted.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I wanted to share. I took a week-long detox in London town.
Well, how are you today? I'm gonna call you back, okay?
And that was without phone and whatnot. And I had a lovely time with my wonderful bride of 11 years. So that was a recent detox.
Yay! Well done. It's so nice to hear. Yes, we love spending time out and just detoxing and doing fun stuff. Annie's talking.
And as far as checking in, I really, this is going to sound sort of paradoxical, but giving is my way of checking in on myself. Because when I give, I get a tremendous positive feeling, and so I give. Yes. I get back when I give. I don't give to get back, but that's what happens anyway.
No, I do completely agree with that. I really do. And also in the detox, it reminded me
speed up.
How effective I use my time, right? So it's about using my time effectively when I check in on people and protecting my energy at the same time. So yes, I do get that. Anybody else giving you the last 30 seconds, either in the comment section or on stage, drop your thoughts, drop your ways of detoxing, your ways of checking in on people. As we leave, please continue to drop in your thoughts.
You need to connect.
So let's connect with each other.
Yes, that's what you need to do. Yes.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, thanks, Mike.
Great song. What I like
to
do is listen to music.
Speed up. Need to go.
And then I'm good.
Annie.
And by the way,
I'm calm. Now you're like Christian. I want to speed you up. Come on, hurry up. Do it quick.
All this rushing that this other guy is trying to get me to do, it never works.
Bye, everyone. I just press end. You know that, don't you? I need to go. My meeting's here on Zoom. I need to go. You know, you lot can connect. So come back in 2 weeks' time. Tell us more. Bye, everyone. Bye,
wonderful show, as always, Ini.
You made it so, my friend. You made it so.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mike. You guys make it what it is. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Every step forward is a new beat to your drama. She's success with Global.Media.com and celebrate it with or without champagne or rum. She's